Hello friends, welcome to my Princess Diana channel. Before moving on to the video, if you are not subscribed to my channel, do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so let's move on to the video. I came across an interesting photo on X comparing the dress code of Meghan and Catherine. Is it really lame, or will that be the case? Join me to find out and dig deeper into the story. Photo has been doing the rounds on X for the last few days, comparing the way Meghan and Kate dressed while pregnant at actor Richard O'Sullivan's event and caused quite a discussion. After so much time, the story about dressing still surrounds Meghan as if she has a grudge against fashion. It just makes me remember every time I see her all dressed up like this. There was a video of Meghan acting like a pro and talking about how to be well dressed, what she had learned from being a celebrity, how important tailoring is, etc. But this problem of dressing has not changed at all, or it has become even worse. Why would she really make an insistence that she has to put on those clothes which don't fit her? She is actually thin. Is she so frivolous? She would wear clothes either too tight or too loose, and from this picture, I just remember it was December, but she wore a summer dress. Archie arrived in May. Even a petite woman doesn't show that much at 18 or 20 weeks pregnant. What a very strange choice of dress to wear for this occasion, and what a terribly off-season it is. That is minuscule, I believe a story to be there. Surely there has to be an assistant there with some other outfit to suggest to her. I assure you, that is not a dress for one pregnant. Which is why it's squeezing her moon bump flat. Disgusting rancid skid mark upon humanity to the left. Can smell the unwashed reptilian skin just looking at it. She never wore those clothes that are a specifically maternity, that's the problem. She looked horrible because she wasn't wearing what she needed to accommodate her changing body. She probably thought she would still fit into her pre-prego sizes. That dress is way too tight for a pregnant woman. How was she even breathing in that thing? I am not fully convinced with the angle of a bump on the moon. She looked puffy enough when they introduced Prince Archie to the press. Just gained weight without being pregnant to throw everyone off. Then, I see many lumps and bumps under that dress, things I can't explain, and don't even get me started on her posture. She could just be a fashion idiot. She never dresses and thinks that the more she spends on the dress, the prettier she looks. It's simply not nice. She has no taste in clothes, and she's deprived of a stylist. That dress, and her behavior at the event, were peak crazy town. The palace had so thoughtfully given her events that were seemingly in her wheelhouse, a retirement home for actors, but people in the arts. She asked time after time, "How long have you been here?" And as soon as she dedicated the plaque, she very rudely couldn't get out of there fast enough. Oh, this is actor Richard O'Sullivan, darling and bona fide TV royalty of the UK. Markle is not worthy enough to be able to clean his shoes. He's starred in so many when I was a little kid, and I do adore him. And then he dropped out, and he disappeared from public view for decades. And then it was finally tracked down that he had been in this actor's retirement home for privacy. I think he'd had a stroke. Some very famous actors chose to live here. Or plan to. That sounds like a good place to be. I loved how most of them gave her the side eye and had her number. I really could not believe my eyes when she showed up at the actor's retirement home in that outfit. Does she not have a mirror? What was she thinking? The posture, shape, and form beneath the clothes are a giveaway, if not, then what? She was shuffling around a superpower shape-shifting child. That is one picture Meghan can't blame on a bad camera angle. That dress is hideous, and so tight I can't believe it didn't just rip right out of her. It looks miserably uncomfortable, and swear her face here looks just like the Duchess of Windsor. Such a drama queen wearing those moon bumps, which, by the way, doesn't seem natural at all. She simply needs to have a bump bigger than the one she naturally has. I wonder how Harry remains married to such a fake witch. She looks like a Roald Dahl character. Creepy in a way. She looked like some kind of a predator, and even started getting similar facial features to Wallace. Though Wallace had always been well-dressed and could behave graciously in public, according to what I read, it's absurd. I would at times think that this dress would be very nice for a certain event, but then I would put it on, and somehow it would look too tight somewhere, or it didn't hang properly. I would pull it off and put on something else. Isn't this what everybody does? I can't think of how awfully Meghan is postured. Not even a duchess might wear anything like that. To pat around your house. And being an actress, D-rated, one would think she would have made aware during filming to be more conscious around that. Also, that moon bump in the front is square, and she should have checked in the mirror. She doesn't either check or really doesn't care since that dress is only too tight. It's as if she's always so uneasy in whichever get-up she hurls on. And I swear it's mostly the tightness that designs, but also to the time. What a weirdo shape, I never get the reason she chose this dress. It's so damned right and pregnant, it would be cutting all wrong places, particularly the strap across the chest. In the first photos of Meghan in the UK newspapers, she has always appeared off. It's not the first thing I see. Contrasted with the left paws, Mrs. never acts or appears graceful. Always something off. And I am comfortable her bosoms are not too large, or if they were branded that way, they would not be both a perfect circle under the dress and popping over like a Regency gown. They would look nearly like a big oval with like a band in the middle pressing down. So, it's probably a padded bra, because with the tightness of the dress, a bra would not be able to withstand such pressure without pressing. Meghan's posture is bad. The hunched neck and shoulders are always. This, I have noticed in the latest photos from the hospital, to look the same and not royal and always to have this foam bump, which is cheaper. Meghan has already acquired the most expensive silicone bump. These goods are also found at the Moon Bump shop online. Like we have nothing more valuable to do. I mean, things that give them away. Her molded belly button was the same in some pictures. In others, the exact line of hooks when the gusset of the moon bump came off and showed against her dress, and the fact that she was wearing twin moon bump in the Frogmore photo. Why would she have gone to all the hassle of hiding the other unless it was too big for one baby? Meghan was always overdramatic. Okay, so it's unfair to pull up a comparison with Catherine. Everything on Meghan is so domino and fake-looking. Catherine was that long drink of cool water, that long breath of spring air. I couldn't help but compare their arms. Catherine. But Catherine. I mean, Catherine's arms are much puffier compared to the old one. Madam's, of course, looks the same definition they ever had. This is less obvious in a profile, but the same with their neck and cheeks. Catherine lets one in because she is nice and real. Compared to the others, Catherine just looks a whole lot more full of herself than she usually does. Women just carry pregnancies in their own right. It's brilliant, but I can't help but feel that maybe she can be even more beautiful and pregnant. She looked darling with a little bit of that puppy fat, and I just melted at the way Prince William looked at her. I always did think that Princess Catherine had such nice maternity wear. Nice regular clothes too, of course. The maternity wear was the woman, not just dressing a bump. William must be so proud of his wife and how she acquitted herself being pregnant with the eyes of the world upon her. And I want to believe she is at home, surrounded by love and care. I wish she never left home. I wish she could stay there all the time at her place, surrounded by a family, for the day-to-day health recovery. It can't be easy for her or Wales. I am just adding a picture of a palate cleanser here. Look at how beautiful, glowing, and soft Catherine got. Meghan only got full afterbirth? How? Most of the women start getting round post 4 months from what I have seen due to fluid accumulation. Meghan is a magical marvel. I'm done. Got a question for you. Was Harry really stupid enough to have bought the charade, or was he colluding with the fakery in it to lose his title or complete this level of deception? He claims he was there at the births huffing her gas. The nurse thought it was so funny that he was stealing the S from administration and just ordering the bodyguards around to bring the takeout food she ate as she birthed in the pool and got an epidural. I honestly can't remember the details or his wording from both, but I think he kind of mentions them in the distance, like you could read it thinking it's a surrogacy, or her, it works either way. While he never literally said that she birthed the child. I think they wouldn't have pulled it off, that would be such a big scam. So, I am team, the children are real. She has them on for the record, but in the context of spare, I'd have to guess that from his wording, probably, she does. How about you? What did you think of the lame comparison between Meghan and Catherine's feelings about fashion? I think that comparison is not to be weighted at all. Meghan wasn't known to dress appallingly. She was always bizarrely and badly dressed for the occasion. Highly and luxurious though her clothes were, they looked cheap on her. And, Catherine, darling, she is always elegant, even in the simplest of clothes. Everything suits her, and I love her for that. Meghan should learn from her finally. To sum up, with those points outlined above, a better and more comprehensive view opens. Moreover, your opinion is very valuable, not just because it helps showing different points but also enables looking at everything from every side. That's it for our video, my friends. I hope you have liked it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and like the video. If you haven't done so yet, if you want to be first to be informed about my content, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on notifications. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. I'll see you in the next one.